Hello everyone, and welcome to B News Live election coverage for the town of Burlington, April 11th, 2026. And welcome to BCAT. And I am Chris Rose, and with me is Nikki Cadillac of Burlington Buzz. We will soon be joined by Christopher Flaherty of B News. We want to thank you all for your patience. We are still gathering the election results, but we wanted to make sure that we got on air and just started bringing you as much information that we have. We want to welcome you. This is our 37th year of election coverage. And this year we have just one contested town-wide race on the main ballot, which was for the school committee. It is 2 seats for 3-year terms. There were 4 candidates. We have Katherine Bond and Jeremy Brooks are incumbents, and Hilary, Kleck, and Reeves are the challengers. In addition, town meeting had some contested races as well. Would you like to share those, Nikki?
Yeah, so we had 3 town meeting precincts that had 3-year seats that were contested, and then 3 town meeting precincts that had some additional seats that were uncontested, that were shorter terms. So in precinct 1, we have Craig McElhaney and Vance Huntoon, who were going for one single 2-year seat. In precinct 3, we had 8 candidates for 6 3-year seats. In precincts 4 and 5, we had 7 candidates for 6 3-year seats. And in case there weren't enough numbers there for you already, in precinct 6, we had 2 candidates, Erica McGuire and William Trelligan, for a single 2-year seat. And in precinct 7, we had Neil Lespacio and Jamie Weber for one year seat. Now, town meeting is the body that is the legislative body of our town, so they're making the laws, they're voting on amendments to bylaws and new bylaws and things like that. They're also guiding the budget, so they're voting on and approving the budgets that govern how our town operates,
right, and
the big expenditures that we make. So we'll be coming back with more information about those races here in a little bit.
Yes, indeed. We do have some races that are uncontested. Before we get to that, we have a select board race that was uncontested, and we have with us incumbent Jim Tigges, who is running for that seat for a 3-year term. We can assume, without much of the election results that we have, that you are more than likely the front-running candidate.
Well, I like your assumption, Chris, and thank you, Nikki, for doing this, and for BCAT for hosting.
Yeah, well, congratulations on what we assume is going to be a new term for you.
Yeah, it will be my 4th term. Ironically, one of the biggest issues, or the biggest issue when I got in the first year of my first term was the water issue with the 1,4-dioxin, and I didn't think it would take this long, but in the first year of my 4th term, it looks like we'll finally come to a resolution with the MWRA full connection. So
yeah,
that's been a while.
It's been a while, but there's a lot of progress that's been made since then, right?
Yes, a lot of progress in
the Vinebrook plant went offline. Right. The water treatment plant at Mill Pond got some really great filters that make our water.
Well, we were one of the first in the state.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, we have some of the best water in the state, if not the country now, for drinking water. And so this additional connection is just going to increase the amount of water flow that we can get.
Right. We have good water. It'll give us more good water.
Yep, exactly. So that's wonderful.
Yes.
What else do you look forward to or anticipate sort of having to tackle in your next term?
Well, the town is always changing. The economy is always changing. Business is always changing. Burlington was once known to have a lot of office buildings. Well, we know office buildings and office type of employment is not the norm anymore. So we have to figure out what are we doing with these buildings and new buildings. I know the rezoning, the mixed-use rezoning, Mall of Middlesex is definitely impacting us with experiential uses that were never allowed in Burlington, places that you had to leave town for. Yeah. And now we're coming up with these new ideas. I got hats off to Melissa Tentakoulis and her assistant Kelly. They're on the ball with economic development. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, we had an economic summit, and they brought in 5 commercial real estate experts who told us, don't plan for tomorrow, plan for 5 years from now.
Yeah.
And that's been the mindset. And this was relevant when we thought about life sciences.
Yeah.
We said, oh, we got a plan for the future, not for today, but for a couple of years from now. We zoned for, we got platinum status for life sciences through zoning, and we have 2 major companies in Burlington doing life sciences as we speak.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think looking forward is always going to be the way to go, because we are never going to go back to what we were having before, with folks coming to work every day in an office. Things like experiential retail, though, I mean, those are things you have to be there for, right? So if you've got like game show battle rooms is one, I don't know if they're open yet, but they're coming to the mall, if they're not open already. The in-person claw machine, I don't know, but these are things that people enjoy doing, and you have to be there to do them, right?
So again, I'm glad you brought up the mall, because when the mall opened, there was no online sales, there was no Amazon, and a lot of the retail, and it faded.
Yeah.
And now by this mixed-use zoning, the experiential experiences of the mall, Burlington has, in fact, I think it was in the Globe last year, has a vibrant mall that's very, very successful, whereas other malls are closing or changing. Burlington Mall seems to be, go down there, I was down there today, it's always busy.
Yeah, yeah, it's a model really nationwide.
Yes.
Well, great, Jim. We're really excited to welcome you into your 4th term.
Thank you.
As select board member. You'll be sworn in again for Monday's meeting, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks for coming to visit us.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, we are still awaiting election results, so I don't know if we need to
Why
go.
don't we talk about the townwide races?
We can talk about the townwide races,
You want to do
absolutely.
that? All right, great.
As mentioned, there are a few that are uncontested. In fact, Jim's seat was one that was uncontested. Would you like to go through the other items that were?
I would love to, and they're not on my list, so I'm still on your list.
Absolutely.
All right, so Jennifer Priest is going to be the town clerk again after a 1-year term. She won a 1-year term last year, filling in for Amy Warfield as she retired with 1 year left in her term. That's a 5-year term. So Jennifer Priest, who is currently downstairs at the BHS gymnasium, helping tally the results for this election.
Yes, indeed.
She'll be doing that again for another 5 years. Town moderator is another seat that was up for election this year, and Bill Byer will be, I believe this was going to be his 10th 1-year term.
Wow.
So, yeah, that is the only, I believe the only one on the ballot that's a 1-year term, and he just keeps getting reelected each year. A lot of times it's an uncontested race, just like this one. So we've got assessors. Kevin Sheehan is an incumbent who is going to be remaining on the Board of Assessors. The library trustees, we have Jesse Angeli, who joined the library trustees, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. And Hiral Gandhi, who was on the library trustees and then took a break for a little while, and now she's running to fill Phil Gallagher's position on that board. Those two are also uncontested. And then we have Arisia Hanashevsky, who is going to be joining the Board of Health following a retirement from Mary Beth Welch. And Jack Kelly is going to be returning to the planning board. He ran last year in a contested race, and he did not win that race, but he is stepping in this year and filling the seat that is vacated by Joe Impemba, who just retired from the board.
All right.
And 2 more. We've got, 2 more. We've got Lindsay Carlson on the Recreation Commission. She's going to be starting her 2nd term. And Kent Moffitt on the Shawshene Tech School Committee. He won as a write-in candidate in 2020 and won as a ballot candidate in 2023, and now he's going to be joining for his 3rd term on the Shawshene Tech School Committee.
Excellent. And there was one additional
thank you. I appreciate that. I did not even see the handwriting on there. Brian Curtin is going to be keeping his seat on the Housing Authority as well. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, that is the uncontested. You have briefly given us a description of our precincts and some of the contested races. Do we want to go into any more detail for the various precinct races?
I think that we I think we gotta take a break.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough detail.
Disagree with that. That decision.
We'll be back shortly.
Yes, indeed. We will be back. We will have the election results for you as soon as we get them. So please stay tuned and thank you for being patient with us as we continue to get those results.
See you right back here.
Hello everyone and welcome back to BCAT's live coverage of the Town of Burlington elections for April 11th, 2026. In what can basically be described as an unprecedented scenario. BCAT still does not have the full election result yet, as the screen showed just before you saw my face that there are some hand counting of ballots that are happening right now. However, we did want to come back and thank you all for being patient with us. We do have with us Katherine Bond, the incumbent for the school committee. So, Katherine, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you very much for your patience as we're all sort of waiting for results to come through.
Yeah, we still don't have them, which is, I think everyone's anxiously awaiting the end results, but I don't want to say where they are right now because it's again just the votes from people who walked in today. So we still have the votes that are coming in that were early votes. So I think we need to wait and hear what's going on. But it's been a fun. At least it didn't rain today. That's
yes, we have
thing,
that
right?
to look forward to. This other stuff that's happening tonight is just, it's unusual. It is unusual. Is there anyone you'd like to thank for helping you out?
I would like to thank all of my committee people. We call it Oatmeal Saturday mornings, which, with all of our planning and prepping for, all the different forums and various things. So they certainly try to help prep you for everything. I want to thank my campaign manager, Megan Wojcik, and my treasurer, Mike Hardy, and of course my husband for his patience throughout all of this because I've been very busy with the campaign for several weeks now. And of course, I want to thank all the voters who came out and voted, whomever you supported. I mean, we need people to be involved and vote in our community. And I think that, it was nice to see as many early votes as came in and the people who came in and voted today. So again, I want to thank all the voters. So we could just kind of wait and see how things turn out.
It's a wait and see
Wish
game.
I could say one thing or the other, but thank everybody, yeah.
Excellent. This, without the results, we're not sure what we're going to be looking forward to, but how many terms has it been for you for the school committee?
So I've served 2 terms, so if I get reelected, it would be my 3rd term.
Excellent.
So I'd be, again, I've just felt it's been an honor to, represent the community for the past 2 terms, and I am hopeful that maybe I'll get a 3rd time, but if I don't, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and normally on a night like tonight, we'd be saying congratulations or offering condolences we just don't have the information right now.
Exactly.
But we do want to thank you very much for coming out here tonight. And
well, thanks for accommodating us to allow us to do this at least so that you all can get what you need, and I think the staff needs to. I'm going to thank the BCAT staff, because I know that they're hanging out and waiting longer too, and you as well. So, again, hopefully we know soon what the end results are, and I think we're all anxious to, I don't know, either get home, go out, relax, whatever it is, once we hear the final numbers. So, again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Katherine. And to the viewers who are still patiently waiting with us, we will say that we will probably be wrapping up the live election coverage portion of this, but as the results come in, we are going to continue to post those results, or as soon as the results come in, I should say. We will post those results on the graphics on the government channel, so please continue to watch. Don't go away. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. We do have another candidate that is going to join us in the studio. And or actually, I apologize. I think that next candidate is going to be joining us right now. This is the type of night that today is. So we will be joined with Hilary Kleck, who is also running for the school committee, and we'll bring her in shortly. I don't know what else to say, Katherine.
Well, thank you, and I guess we'll let Hilary come in, and I'm going to go back down and try and listen for those end results.
Yes, indeed. And hopefully we can get those results here as well, but good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, as we bring in our next guest, the election turnout, as we've heard, pre-estimates seem to be about 20%. That is compared to what we've seen in 2025 at 18.6%. 2024 was about 20%. 2023 is 15.3%. 2022 is 15.5%. So if we stay within the 20% range after every total has been counted, after every ballot has been counted, I think that's going to show a nice uptick in voter participation. But I'm going to stop talking now because we now have with us Hilary Kleck, who is the challenger for the school committee race. Hilary, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us so late.
It has been a challenge to try and get some results. So again, to our viewers, thank you so much for being patient with us. And Hilary, thank you as well for being patient with us and staying for as late as you did. Is there anybody you would like to thank for their assistance during your campaign?
Yes, for sure. I'd like to thank my campaign team. Without them, I wouldn't have made it this far by so much. My family, just everyone, all the supporters who took lawn signs and shared on Facebook and just helped get the word out and my name out there to everyone. I really appreciate it.
Excellent. So is this your first time running for Burlington position?
This is my very first time.
How did you think it went?
It was very interesting. I learned a lot. I think it was a wonderful experience. Excuse me. I've been able to meet a lot of new people that I probably wouldn't have otherwise met in this town, which has been fantastic. It's taught me a lot about just how much it really took to get out there and campaign, and not being necessarily from here. I've lived here for several years, but just getting more involved with not just the school committee and the schools, but also just town government in general has been a very positive experience.
Now, again, without results, we can't say congratulations or apologize. If by chance the results do show that you were not elected into this position, would you consider running for town office again? Specifically, would you look at school committee, or are there others that you would look at?
Yeah, no, education is definitely my my passion. I guess what I'm most interested in. I definitely would consider running again, and like I said, I've learned so much this time around that I feel like I would, have a little bit of a leg up for the next time for sure. So yes.
Excellent. I'm not sure what else I can ask you. Again, this unprecedented seems to be the phrase for tonight.
It is. It's very surprising. I wasn't expecting it, but hey, it's keeping everything interesting. And I just can't say enough for everyone who came out and early voted, and all of you here tonight. It's great to see the town come together and everyone watching. I'm sure a lot of people tune in tomorrow. So
yes, yeah, you might not get the results immediately, but we'll get the results.
Yes.
Were you out there today at the high school?
Yes.
In the sort of the welcoming committee as everybody comes in to vote?
Yes, it was very windy, but hey, everyone saying last year it was so rainy and cold, so I'm not complaining. Definitely got some sun. But it was nice to chat with people and meet more people in person for sure.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for waiting for as long as you did. And we wish you good luck, and we'll see what the results look like as soon as we all have them.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hilary. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BCAT's live election coverage, April 11th, 2026. We are still
Barely.
in April 11th. What has continued to be an unprecedented evening, we have made the decision to come back to our live coverage as we are now starting to get results. And I'm going to switch it over to Nikki, who is going to read off some of the results that we have coming in.
All right, so I will start with the school committee race because that is certainly something very contested that most people are watching and waiting for. So Katherine Bond and Jeremy Brooks, your two incumbents, will be continuing on in their school committee terms. Hilary, Kleck, and Reeves will not be joining them, and there were 7 write-in candidates. Here we have Jeremy Brooks, who will be joining for your second term now on school committee.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks, everyone. Well, first, let me say thank you to everyone that came out and voted and supported me. I appreciate that. I'm humbled and honored again to get another 3 years to serve the community. Thank you again for all the folks who came out. I got 2 young ladies. They're going to be very excited in the morning when they wake up, so I can't wait to tell them the good news. But thank you to my family and everyone that came out to vote. And like I said, looking forward to serving again for another 3 years and keep getting after it.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
What's
much.
something that you want to accomplish in the next 3 years?
So continuing the computer science pathways improvements, lots of work to do on the budgets, and then getting back into the high school and what we're going to do there is really, I think, things that I heard during the campaign and things that really need to get addressed. So I think we're going to start on Tuesday, and then I got a budget meeting also Thursday. So I think we're going to roll right back into this. So no rest for the weary, but happy to be here, and again ready to serve and keep going.
All right. Jeremy, during the debate you mentioned your daughters a lot, and I saw on social media they were out there with you at the polls today. What do you hope that they learn from your example of taking a step up and getting involved in your community?
So one of the things that have driven me in my life, I think I've talked about it a few times in military service, right? The Ranger Creed isn't something that just goes away after you stop serving. You got to embody the leader you want to be, and then I'm trying to instill those values into my children and, show them that if there's something you need to get involved in, get involved and roll up your sleeves and get into it. And then they were great campaign support. They were at all the coffee hours and really loved it. I think it was more the frozen hot chocolates they loved, but it's okay. I'll take it, and that it's really good for them to see the process in action, right? So that's really what I hope they'll take away from this, that they see the democratic process in action. I think it's good for them to learn that.
The True North frozen hot chocolates are my favorite too.
They are amazing. You
it.
add that whipped cream and that's pretty awesome. So for sure.
Awesome. So I remember in 2022 you first ran, and then on your second race you won. What advice would you have to Reeves and Hilary Kleck, who just ran the first time? Would you say, keep at it? What advice would you give them?
Number one, thank you for throwing a hat in the ring, right? So while you may not have gotten the results you wanted, you played a very important part in the process, and take away from that you did and you stepped up when others wouldn't. So it's a very commendable action, and I applaud both of them for doing so. It was a very tough race, very strong opinions, a lot of different ways. So I think, again, thank you for volunteering to serve. There's not a lot of people who do that, and I really appreciate them for doing that and making it the race it was. I think it was a good thing.
Awesome. And I know you've been the chair for the Marshall Simons Field project. What are your hopes for the future with that project?
So now that the bid has closed, which was a great thing that happened on the 8th, we should award the bid here shortly, and then as soon as we can get permits done, hopefully to start moving dirt, get it done as soon as possible, and then hopefully by the end of summer we'll have something to play on. If not, it'll be early fall.
Great.
Awesome.
Sounds great. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Thanks,
me.
Jeremy.
Thanks for taking the time. And we actually made it on election day, so that's a great thing.
Still within election day.
Go get some sleep.
Thank you.
All right. right. You want to talk town meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Quickly? Yeah. All right.
All right.
Why don't I go ahead and start off with precinct 1? I'll throw it over to you for precinct 2, and then maybe we'll have another candidate to talk
All
with.
right.
How's that?
Go ahead. Sounds good.
Wonderful. So in precinct 1, we had 6 candidates for 6 seats. So here is who's going to be representing the precinct 1 in town meeting in your legislative body this year. We've got Chris Campbell, Lori Glantz, and Nolan Glantz, and Bruce Morey. Those 4 are incumbents, so they were seeking re-election. Cheyenne Bhattacharya is also going to stay on town meeting. He was appointed last year and now is going to be an elected member. And Anthony McShay. And then in the contested precinct 1 race, Vance Huntoon won over Craig McElhaney, 295 to 279. And in that precinct 1 write-in race, there were 8 write-in votes, and in precinct 1, in the 2-year race, there were 5 write-in votes. So that's where we are with precinct 1. And Chris, what about precinct 2?
So precinct 2, we had 5 candidates, I believe. Yep, 5 candidates. Katherine Beyer at 158 votes. Raymond Blackhorn, very close with 157 votes behind her. Christine Scala, 185 votes. Michael Madison at 137 votes. We had 20 write-ins. And Kevin Colucci, 174 votes, Kevin Colucci. Christine Scala, 185 votes. And Michael Madsen, 137 and 20 write-in votes. And then precinct 2, we had the 1 year, 1 seat, no candidates, but 20 write-ins on that one.
Right. So, there's going to be 1 open seat in precinct 2 for the 3-year, 1 open seat in precinct 2 for the 1 year, and those will potentially be filled in with write-in candidates. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. Now we'll go to Aaron Reeves, who's just joining us here. You all mic'd up and good?
I think so.
All right, wonderful. Aaron, it didn't work out for you this time.
Nope.
What are you thinking as you're sitting here tonight?
I'm thinking that I had an incredible day with my family here at the polls and met so many of our town members. It was an incredible experience, and I'm incredibly privileged to be able to throw myself into the ring like this. Love what we get to participate in our country, in our town, and this is an experience I'll never forget. Yes, I'm disappointed, but I trust the voters. So this is clearly they spoke, and yeah, I'm ready to go to sleep. It's very late. So.
We won't keep you much longer.
Yeah.
I would like to know though, what did this campaign teach you? What did you hear on the campaign trail that you hope that the current school committee sort of takes and envelops into their practice over the next 3 years?
Thank you. I think being transparent with parents is a very big issue right now. Making sure that there's strong policies in place so that parents who have serious concerns can come and voice those and have good responses. And I think just like everyone at the high school and our finances, people want spending, to come down. And so that's what I would, really challenge Jeremy and Katherine and the rest of the team to really focus on and just being, again, going back to the transparency thing, being open and honest about it, not hiding behind anything like that, but just let's get it out there in the open and tell people what's going on. So, yeah.
Aaron, just talk about what motivated you to run initially for this race.
Yeah. So you gotta forgive me because it's now late and I've done this 1,000 times today. So I should be able to say it, but really quick. I wanted to be involved in get involved in our towns, and I've heard countless times from parents in towns that they had concerns on the school committee, and I want to stand up for the educations of our young people. I've spent a long time in developing the next generation and mentoring young people. I really care about where things are going, and again, it's kind of the controversy of my role in running with being a homeschool dad. Is why do you even care? It's like, I care. These people are going to be running our nation in a number of years. So yeah, I want to throw down and help with that. But yeah, really, really grateful to have the opportunity to do it. I think for even my family, my kids, they get to see their dad try at something. And even though I failed at this, that's okay. You know, children need to see their parents try at stuff and fail, because that's just part of life. So we'll pick ourselves up, keep going. Again, I met so many wonderful people in town. This isn't the last you'll see me. I want to jump in and continue to get involved in any way I can. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw your daughter was with you down at the polls. What do
Yep.
you hope the example that they take from this experience, watching you
Oh, man.
throw your hat in the ring?
Yeah, I want my kids to try anything that they put their hearts to. If they have a dream, I want them to pursue it, no matter what the outcome is, because the experience of going for it is worth it. And especially if it's something that you find very important and is dear to your heart and you believe in. So I hope that's what they get. One of my youngest sons, when we did a ton of door knocking, and he was like, "Dad, can I run for president?" And I was like, "Yeah, you might want to get started now, but if you want to do that." But that kind of response, I mean, for us, it was a win when my kids bought in around our dinner table, months ago, before I even pulled papers, when we were talking about it. So, yeah, it's a win for me, for the family. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
joining
guys.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go get some
Appreciate
sleep.
it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Take care.
Thank you. All right. For the precincts, where did we leave off?
So I think I'll read out 3 and 4, because I was doing some tallying when. Can I do 3, 4, and 5? Is that all right? Because I have
Go
all
for
the. Okay,
3,
great.
4, 5.
I got all the check marks checked. So in precinct 3, we've got Jeff DeBona, Monty Pearson, Daniel Rasky, Roger Riggs, Bob Young, and Nicole Cella, who made it in. The 2 candidates with the fewest votes, AJ Ferrigno and Mary Jean Lucas. So that is 6 candidates out of 8 who made it into those 3-year seats. In precinct 4, we've got, oh man, I put the check marks in the wrong places. All right, we've got Karen Cooper, Bill Lasano, Michael Prue, Kevin Spielberger, Chiffon Wong, and Carrie Callahan, who have made it into the town meeting precinct 4 3-year seats. And Lori Glasser did not quite make it in this time. And then in precinct 5, let me just make sure my mark is in the right place so that I know. Okay, great. We had 7 candidates here for 6 seats. The 7 candidates that made it in: Bonnie Nichols, Michelle Prendergast, Alex Rutfield, David Tate, Sarah Walensky, and Jason Toppin, who is a newcomer to that role. So those are our 6 Precinct 5 3-year candidates. Chris, you want to pick it up with 6?
All right, so precinct 6, there were 6 candidates for 6 3-year seats. We had Ryan Clement, John Eiler, Blaze Lieber, Rose Manny, Edward Parsons, and Adrian Simeone. And then in precinct 6, we had 2 newcomer candidates for a 2-year seat, and that was Erica McGuire with 358 votes and William Trelligan at 170 votes.
Great. Then let's do Precinct 7. Precinct 7, we had, what ended up happening, this is kind of a funny one, because there were 6 candidates that were initially had pulled papers, but Jack Kelly was one of them. And Jack Kelly, as we talked about earlier, is he ran uncontested for the planning board. So there will be a vacant seat here in Precinct 7 for the 3-year seat. But we've got Joseph Bouza, Betsy Hughes, Jonathan Sachs, Mark Smuckler, and David Webb. And then for this one, this is important, we had 14 write-in candidates. So if there are enough of the same person written in, then that person will earn that elected seat. There was also a 2-year seat that is vacant, so nobody ran for that. That's going to be an open seat. There were 37 write-ins for that, so hopefully a couple of them were the same person. And then in the 1-year seat, there were 2 candidates. Neil Lespacio got 196 votes, if I'm on the right line here,
Yep.
and Jamie Weber had 136. So Neil will be taking that 1-year seat. And just so people are aware, I'm sure that there's one person still left watching this. Those 1 and 2-year seats are because somebody vacated their town meeting seat before the 3-year term was over, and so the elected person fills out the rest of that term, and then they can run for a 3-year seat if they want to afterwards.
We want to talk voter turnout.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to talk about that. Say it. Say the words.
So we had 19,662 registered voters take place this year. So that is a 18.5% turnout. And Chris, I know you got the statistics from past years.
I do, and actually the preliminary we thought was going to be about 20%, so 18.5 kind of falls within that. From 2025, we had 18.6, so it's a 1 point up. 1 point down from last year. 2024 was 22%, 2023 was 15.3%, 2022 was 15.5%, 2021 16.5%, and 2020 16.6%. So a trend upwards. We did seem to have a bit of an outlier in 2024 with about 22%, but if we still hopefully consistently start to see things go higher up. Also, I do remember there was a discussion we were having earlier this week about the special election in November, where we were looking at about 36.5%. So that special election
really
brought folks out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I do want to kind of, I want to be specific that this this turnout percentage is based on calculated by registered voters. Eligible voters and registered voters are two different things. And so eligible voters is typically the number that we use, but right now for this calculation, it's registered voters, which makes the percentage look a little bit smaller. That percentage might actually be bigger if we calculate it on eligible voters, which is generally how it's been calculated in the past. It's just we'll disambiguate all of that in our post-event coverage, but we just wanted to get the numbers out to people for now.
Yes, indeed.
So there were 3,642 total ballots cast.
And uncontested races are still being calculated, but stay tuned to BCAT and the Burlington Buzz for those numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we came back. We came back this evening.
We're here, and it is before midnight. I don't know what time it is. My watch is dead.
My phone died, so.
Wonderful.
Am I the only one with a time check?
Yeah.
Yes, we are about 20 minutes till midnight.
All right.
So.
Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful night.
Yes.
I hope all of the candidates are getting some much-needed sleep, and that's what we are all going to probably do right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you to both of you, especially for holding down the fort.
Yes.
Thank you to Robert and our dedicated volunteers for staying here all night.
To our volunteers who have stuck around this late, thank you so much. To our viewers who have been so patient with us tonight, thank you so much. And on behalf of myself, on behalf of Nikki Cadillac, Chris Flaherty, the entire crew here at BCAT, thank you so much for sticking around, and good night, everybody.